He is Associate Professor of Psychiatry at the King Edward Medical College, and he got his residency from the United States of America. I'm not exactly sure from where, but Houston, from Houston, and he is I don't know, he's one of the giants in psychiatry in Pakistan.
He's referring to my height.
No, it weighs more than that. We hear about Dr. Ali Hashmi, his work and his teaching. I used to try to come and attend his sessions and benefit from him, from what he has to offer. It's something very unique that usually you will not find in most psychiatrists in Pakistan. Very few people who will take psychiatry holistically and not reduce it to pills, right? But not ignoring the pills at the same time. So please, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ali Hashmi.
Thank you very much, Yusuf, for that very generous introduction. I should point out that I never had the pleasure of formally having Yusuf as a student, but we do have a, what can I say, a student-mentor sort of relationship. So, like as I pointed out, I mean, the topic is pretty broad. Actually, originally, when I was told we just want to talk about sort of campus mental health, which is another pretty broad topic. Yusuf started us out on some very elevated things. You have a psychology major, psychology जो कर रहे हैं, किसने psychology पढ़ी हुई है? एक तो लोग हैं.
सवाल ना पूछेगा बाकी.
As you can tell, Yusuf is one of those rare psychiatrists who's interested in more than just illnesses and medication, which is wonderful. But it's sometimes a little bit difficult to pitch what you're saying to exactly the level of the audience can sort of gather. I really liked it. I really liked what he was talking about, but some of it, in your case, sort of might help. And we can talk about that too. If you have a question, existential, ये क्या होता है? और ये meaning की जो बात की, we can talk about that afterwards if you want, or we can talk about some specific issues. It's interesting, before I go any further, I'll point out Yusuf ने Viktor Frankl की बात की, who was founder of one type of psychotherapy. And Frankl is, of course, a concentration camp survivor. It just so happened the last month I had occasion to visit Berlin. First time I'd been there for a congress, for a conference. And of course, you can't go to Germany without a concentration camp tour. So I actually ended up going to an actual concentration camp, Sachsenhausen concentration camp, which is one of the earliest ones, a little bit outside of Berlin. And they give you a tour and all that. And it was a pretty intense experience if you have some idea of the background of what happened there and how things went and all this. So it was pretty interesting. I thought it was very nice how you related it to mental health issues and how you can maintain hope and how you can maintain your optimism and your faith in life and humanity, even when you go through that kind of experience. So it just kind of makes you think, yeah, there are many problems that इतनी बुरी नहीं है अगर लोग कंसंट्रेशन कैंप में रह के भी सर्वाइव कर सकते हैं और थ्राइव भी कर सकते हैं. शायद मैं भी अगर मेरा बी की वजह से आ गया तो मैं भी शायद maybe I'll get through this also. So really just what I'll do is I'll try and bring this the conversation down to your everyday concerns, if you can do that. And of course I'm sure you have questions and you have comments in your own mind which we can take once you break, and we can sort of talk about stuff that you specifically want to address in terms of अपने बारे में या अपने knowledge के बारे में generally. What is mental health? This is a relatively manageable audience. Anybody want to take a stab at it? Mental health problem लिखा है ना? Mental health होती क्या है? Anybody want to? Mental health refers to having a healthy mind, right? शुरू में यही होता है ना? So what is the mind? This is always interesting. When I ask my students, does everybody here have a mind? सबके पास है? है कि नहीं है? You're not sure where this is going. Another crackpot psychiatrist talking about you don't know what. And you're not sure if somebody's going to come into that door and bag you away in handcuffs, or you don't know what's going on in it. The point I'm making is, so mental health essentially, of course, means having a healthy mind. What does that mean, having a healthy mind? Everybody is familiar with the idea of having a healthy body. A healthy body means that you, first of all, it means you're free of illness, right? Health ka ek concept hai. Health is the opposite of illness. Health means the absence of illness. So a healthy body means a body that is able to perform what it needs to perform without any specific illness. But is that all that health is? अगर किसी को कोई बीमारी नहीं है, तो क्या वो healthy है? या क्या health का कोई affirmative कोई extra aspect भी होता है? But just think about it. Is simply the absence of illness health? Suppose somebody is not ill, but they smoke, they get out of breath if they climb one flight of stairs, they're obese or whatever, are they healthy? I don't think so. There are affirmative indicators that you can use when you describe health. Physical health is easier to measure that way. But it's the same with mental health. So when you say that a person has mental illness, what you're referring to is some illness of the mind. Of course, it helps if you understand what the mind is before you move on to illness of the mind. So it's not everybody says, I think we have it, most of us have it. But nobody would quite say, oh, what it is. It's not that complicated. Mind is the way you perceive the world. Mind is the way you interact with your outside environment. Mind is the way you relate. Mind is the way you think. Mind is the way you feel. Yeah, mind. Feelings, thoughts, behaviors, जो आप करते हैं outside world में, जो आपकी internal experience है, जो आपकी outside perception, यही mind है. Where does it come from? Generally from the brain. That's understood. Although mind and brain are not synonymous, it's not the same thing. The brain is a physical organ present in here. The mind is an abstract concept present somewhere out there. But generally, you can equate the two of them. So mental health means कि आपको कोई mental illness नहीं है. और mental illness क्या है? अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि mental illness आपको अंदाजा है, तो आप मेरे साथ सुना हुआ है कोई depression होता है, कोई anxiety होती है, कोई schizophrenia, नाम सुने हैं आपने. हो सकता है कि आपने टीवी पे देखा हो, मूवीज में देखा हो सकता है आपने अपनी फैमिलीज में देखा हो, फिर जानने वालों में देखा हो, किसी कुछ लोगों को बीमार हो गया था, तो हमने देखा था कि वो बहुत रोते थे, या उन्होंने खुदकुशी करने की कोशिश की, या उनको नींद नहीं आती थी, या और ज़्यादा बीमार थे, उनको आवाज़ें आती थी, और मोटी मोटी हरकतें करते थे. यूसुफ मेंशन ड्रग अब्यूज, हेरोइन यूज करते थे. So all of these are examples of mental illness. Some kind of mental illness related to what we talked about earlier, which is perception, feeling, behavior, all of those things. अब अगर ये illness नहीं है, अगर कोई depression नहीं है, कोई anxiety नहीं है, कोई schizophrenia नहीं है, कोई drug abuse नहीं है, is a person mentally healthy? Think about the same concept we talked about earlier. Absence of illness as equivalent to health. So is an Olympic athlete as healthy as somebody who is a smoker and obese and totally inactive? And there's a difference. Physical health की बात कर रहा हूँ. Physical health. एक बंदा Olympic triathlete है. एक बंदा जो है वो बीमार नहीं है, लेकिन वो सिगरेट पीता है, वो overweight है, वो inactive है, वो काम भी नहीं करता, कुछ भी नहीं करता, सारा दिन बिस्तर में लेटा रहता है, Facebook देखता रहता है. इन दोनों की physical health comparable है? Not at all. That other person, the person who's fit, who's in good shape, has many indicators that will indicate optimal physical health. So इसी तरह से अगर आप इसी मॉडल को अप्लाई कर लें, although you can't really apply the model as is to mental health, but something similar would apply to mental health as well. Mental health is not simply the absence of mental illness, not simply the absence of depression and anxiety and drug abuse or schizophrenia or whatever, although that's a prerequisite. वो तो हर सूरत होना ही चाहिए. Absence of mental illness तो होनी ही चाहिए, obviously. But mental health requires more than that, which is where we come to your day-to-day experience. भाई आप लोग भी पढ़ रहे हैं, यहाँ पे क्या क्या लोग पढ़ रहे हैं? बिजनेस वाले सारे बिजनेस मेजर्स, बाकी लोग क्या करें? और क्या? Economics, okay. Biology, all right. Social sciences, computer, wow, okay. Computer scientists who are interested in mental health, all right. Or which? Law, anthropology, okay, all right. So cross section. Suppose आप law student है. आपका GPA, what is considered a good GPA in law? 4. सर 4.0 से नीचे तो आ ही सकते, ज्यादा भी नहीं है उसकी। आपके वो काला करके गोते में बिठा के आपको एक टेम्परेचर मारते हैं। चलो फर्ज करो जी आप लॉ स्कूल में पढ़ रहे हैं और आपका जीपीए 3.5 या 3.7 है, but you're not really happy. You feel that this is not what you were meant to do. आपने कर तो लिया है, कल आपने आधा कोर्स भी कर लिया हो, but you frequently have thought कि यार कितने फंस गए। ये मैंने तो कुछ मैंने तो एंथ्रोपोलॉजी पढ़नी थी, ये कितने आ गए, मैंने तो साइकोलॉजी पढ़नी थी, या आप कंप्यूटर साइंस मेजर है और आप मेंटल हेल्थ की टॉक में आया कह रहे हैं this is the cool stuff. I don't know what I'm doing coding all day long. Oh, one's a nose, one's a nose, one's a nose. So so that mismatch perhaps between what you feel you are meant to do. अभी थोड़ा सा यूसुफ ने इसके बारे में बात की थी. Something something that you do that gets your blood pumping, that gets you enthusiastic, that gets you energetic, that you feel you can do all day long and not get tired. Versus doing something because just because you're doing it. ये भी तो mental health का हिस्सा है. अगर आप fully engaged नहीं है, अगर आप fully enthusiastic नहीं है, अगर आप खुश नहीं है, अगर आप ये महसूस करते हैं कि यार जो मैं कर रहा हूँ ये ठीक है, गुजारे लायक, लेकिन कुछ और होना चाहिए जिससे कि उसको थोड़ा सा जोश आएगा, थोड़ा सा बलबला पड़े, तो उसको भी आप मेंटल हेल्थ के जुमले में ला सकते हैं. Not the analogy I'm making is with a person who's physically fit and healthy versus a person who's not sick but in bad physical shape. Sort of उसी तरह की analogy कि जो mental illness तो नहीं है, depression नहीं है, anxiety नहीं है, जो कुछ भी है वो नहीं है, लेकिन एक वेग सी unease है, एक वेग सी dissatisfaction है, एक वेग सी एक ख्याल है कि ये ठीक नहीं कुछ चल रहा, कोई relationships के issues हैं या academics के issues हैं, या जो भी कुछ है. So differentiating between mental illness and absence of mental illness versus optimal mental health. और by the way, वो जो optimal का concept है, that's always a moving target, right? That might be changing as you go through life, as you from day to day, from week to week, from month to month. That might be something that fluctuates. But generally, if you are consistently feeling कि यार कुछ कमी है, तो काम ठीक नहीं चल रहा, perhaps you're not experiencing optimal mental health, even though there is not any obvious mental illness that you are struggling with. इसकी बात कर लेंगे. This is a sort of a nebulous concept, and this might stir up some ideas in your own head, which if you ask some questions, then we can specify it according to what you're thinking about. Okay. थोड़ी सी बात. I think I'm just going to go ahead. Yes.
Psychiatrist or anyone in general as
मैं उसी तरफ आ रहा हूँ. So just park that question for just a minute. We need to bring it up again in discussion. What I was going to do was she said something about serotonin and chemicals. ऐसा हमने बड़ा सुना हुआ है कि chemical imbalance होता है, ये होता है, वो होता है. So what I thought I'd do is, in maybe about the next 5 to 7 minutes, the second part of the लिखा है psychiatric medication, उसकी थोड़ी सी बात कर लेते हैं. उसके बाद we can just stop here, and then we'll have our panelists come here and we can just take your questions. That will be more interesting because then we can talk about what you have in your mind. ठीक है, अभी तक हमने बात किया है mental health ये mind है क्या, mental health सिर्फ absence of mental illness नहीं है, mental health के और भी components हैं, और थोड़ी सी उसकी बात की है. So what do medical professionals such as psychiatrists such as ourselves have to offer in terms of, let's say, treatment of mental illness and promotion of mental health or attainment of optimal mental health. यहीं से बात शुरू कर लेते हैं. जैसे ये psychiatric दवाइयाँ हैं क्या भला? Because that's a topic of our discussion. By the way, बहुत है message में से कि जी हमारे campus पे Ritalin and something called NZD, I don't even know what that is. वो बहुत जो हैं इस्तेमाल किए जाते हैं, like performance enhancing medication. तो उसकी बात हम शायद पूरे में कर लेंगे. लेकिन अगर किसी ने कोई जनरल सवाल पूछना है अपने बारे में, तो जनरल सवाल दवाइयों के बारे में जो कोई और लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं, तो आप you can feel free to ask. We actually would like to address that. We would like to talk about Ritalin and performance enhancing medications and all that, and what the dangers of those potentially might be in other people who use them, not in you, not in any. Okay? So, moving from the abstract concept of mental health or whatever to the strictly biological concept of how the brain works. Somebody said to me, I'm biology पढ़ रहा हूँ, so you are all are familiar with some basic biological concepts. The human body has certain components, including various chemicals within the body that perform various bodily functions and help the body maintain a certain equilibrium and help the body perform in a certain way. This is a broad topic here. The brain works in exactly the same way. So brain function, and what are the various functions of the brain? You know, anything from vision to smelling to taste to motor movement to feeling. So all of this is the control center is the brain. How does the brain function? Primarily on both chemical and electrical impulses. Brain में बहुत से different chemicals भी होते हैं. इन्होंने जिक्र किया था dopamine, which is a pleasure producing chemical. उन्होंने जिक्र किया कि एक और chemical हमने नाम सुना है serotonin. और भी बहुत सारे होते हैं acetylcholine, glutamate, and all of these. So brain transmission, brain impulses, all the activities connected to the brain, which means pretty much everything that you do all day long, including sleep, can ultimately be reduced, or it shouldn't be reduced, it is not that simple, can be reduced to various different chemical reactions in the brain. तो केमिकल बढ़ता है, तो कम होता है, तो दूसरे के साथ इंटरेक्ट करता है. जब ये केमिकल की लेवल चेंज होती है तो आपको नींद आ जाती है, जब उसकी चेंज होती है तो आप जाग जाते हैं, जब उसकी चेंज होती है तो आपको भूख लग जाती है, वगैरह वगैरह. All of those things, including cognition, thinking, feeling, happiness, even if you reduce it to its most essential essence, is controlled by various brain chemicals. So what about psychiatric medication? Well, the theory generally behind psychiatric medicine is कि दवाई जो है वो brain के chemicals को थोड़ा सा tweak करती है. And let me let you in on a dirty little secret. Nobody actually knows how medicines do that. किसी को नहीं पता. क्योंकि जो brain के जो chemicals हैं, जो actual function है, किस तरह से वो actually body में balanced होते हैं, that is a hot area of research, but it's still a very wide open area of research. So psychiatric दवाइयाँ brain में actually क्या करती हैं, ये किसी को नहीं पता. We think that they do these certain things. We think some medications increase the serotonin, some medications reduce the serotonin, some medications increase the dopamine, वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. Because this is all based on indirect evidence. We don't really have any direct evidence to prove that, but if you want to explain to someone who doesn't have a biology background, and he or she says, डॉक्टर आप दवाई क्यों दे रहे हैं? दवाई से क्या होगा? उसका एक जवाब, उसका मैकेनिकल जवाब ये है कि दवाई से आपकी जो ब्रेन के केमिकल्स की लेवल है जो ऊपर नीचे होती रहती है, उसको हम ठीक कर देंगे तो आपकी तबीयत बेहतर हो जाएगी. और दूसरा दवाई से जो आपको जो ख्याल आ रहे हैं, कुछ उसके ख्याल भी आ रहे हैं वो. Now notice that the medication part is meant to bring up the person from mental illness to a neutral state. तो हमने पहले बात की थी ना, मेडिकेशन का ऑप्टिमम मेंटल हेल्थ पे वो खास रोल नहीं है, हो सकता ही नहीं है. Although you can say कि जी हमने सुना है कि जी ओलंपिक एथलीट जो है वो बड़ी-बड़ी दवाइयाँ इस्तेमाल करते हैं, लैंस आर्मस्ट्रांग को तो पकड़ा था उसने जमीन जाके टीके लगाता था अपने आप को, और बिल्कुल करते हैं. You are correct. So there are medications that enhance basic biological performance. Besides the fact that many of them are illegal and proscribed, it's well known that most of them have injurious effects on health, especially in the long term. So basically for our purposes, जो आज हम ये बात कर रहे हैं, psychiatric medication जो है वो आपको अगर mental illness चल रही है तो उससे आपको बाहर लाने में मदद करती हैं. कैसे मदद करती हैं? कि जो ब्रेन के केमिकल्स हैं उसका बैलेंस अपसेट हो जाता है. ऐसे कौन से केमिकल्स का क्या बैलेंस अपसेट होता है, वो कैसे करती है, किसी को नहीं पता. We have some theories about that, but we don't really know for sure. However, they do seem to help. We know that. We have 50 plus years of research showing that medications do seem to help if the person who's prescribing the medication knows what they're doing. And one of the reasons that psychiatrists have such a bad reputation, deservedly so, is that most of us, many of us, don't really know how to use medication properly. Medications are pretty blunt tools. I often give the example, कि अगर आपके टीवी में तस्वीर नहीं आ रही, कोई फजी पिक्चर आ रही है, तो दो तरीके हैं ना उसको फिक्स करने के. आपके ब्रेन की पिक्चर फजी हो गई है, टीवी फजी हो गया, तो आप पीछे से उसका बैक खोलें और उसकी जो भी प्रॉब्लम को फिक्स करें और उसको बंद कर दें और वो पिक्चर ठीक हो जाती है. दूसरा तरीका है कि आपको दो से छोटा मारें और उसमें भी कभी हो जाती है. So the medication actually are more akin to the tuta. Really, they are a very blunt tool, and so if they are used injudiciously, they can oftentimes cause more harm than good. And truly, one of the reasons that I'm so happy that Yusuf and Azam is back there, none of my students are so interested in psychology and therapy and all that is, that medications are almost always more harmful unless they're combined with other treatment modalities like therapy, like many of those things that are not related to the med. अगर उसमें बाकी चीजें ऐड नहीं हो रही हैं, सिर्फ दवाइयाँ चल रही हैं, तो अक्सर दवाइयों से नुकसान ज़्यादा होता है. बेसिक लेकिन प्रिंसिपल ये है कि दवाइयों से आप ब्रेन के केमिकल्स को ट्वीट कर रहे हैं विद द अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि जो ब्रेन की सारी फंक्शनिंग है वो केमिकल्स पे ही डिपेंडेंट है, और क्योंकि उसकी फंक्शनिंग में कोई प्रॉब्लम आ गया तो वो केमिकल में प्रॉब्लम आ गया, जो दवाई हम केमिकल्स को रीएडजस्ट करके थोड़ा सा उसको फिट करें. तो दवाई का असर क्या होता है? वी ऑलरेडी सेड, दवाई ने आपको खुश नहीं करना, दवाई ने आपको लाइफ गोल नहीं ढूंढ के देना, दवाई ने आपको अपनी लाइफ का मीनिंग नहीं ढूंढ के देना, लेकिन दवाई आपको सोने में मदद कर सकती है. दवाई आपको अगर बहुत ज्यादा आपको हर वक्त डिप्रेशन होता है, हर वक्त रोना आ रहा है, उसमें मदद कर सकती है. बिल्कुल भूख नहीं लग रही, उसमें मदद कर सकती है. वेट लॉस हो गया है, सुसाइड थॉट्स आती हैं, एंजाइटी पैनिक अटैक्स होते हैं, दवाई उसमें डेफिनेटली मदद कर देती है इफ यूज्ड by people who know what they're doing and if combined with the appropriate other modalities in order to move the person not just towards an absence of mental illness but towards mental health and hopefully towards optimal mental health. And optimal mental health की हमने अभी थोड़ी सी पहले बात की थी कि वो क्या होती है. So I'll go ahead and just take a pause here.